Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called The Kindness of Strangers. This is a 2019 film. It does not have a rating, surprisingly. I would give it a PG 13, and it runs about an hour and 50 minutes. It stars Zoe Kazan, Espen Smed, and Jack Fulton. The description is just one sentence. The story of people whose lives intertwine during a dramatic winter in New York City. This is The Kindness of Strangers. Well, thank you for watching, everybody, this video. If you'd like any correspondence with me outside YouTube, I do have a Facebook page up and running called Danny's Movies and Music. So if you'd like to check that out. Hope you're staying safe in this time of the virus, and looks like we're working our way through. We're getting some new movies out there, so I'll keep the reviews coming if you keep watching. Thanks. Let's talk about this movie because right off the bat, I really liked it. It has the right message, it has the right emotions, it has the right conversations, it has the right ending. It's a complete movie. So there's so many different things we could talk about because the whole movie was good. The only bad things I would say, if there are any bad, is maybe the children have some times that they're like quiet. They're keeping things in those parts of the movie that just nobody's talking. Nobody has any motivation to say anything. It can get a little stale. It can get a little slow because it's just quiet. But there's some times that don't make complete sense, and there's some situations that don't make complete sense. Like, this is a real world movie. This is a real life story. Things that people can relate to, things that people have been in before. You know, such as abuse and neglect and trying to escape and being homeless and dealing with relationships and dealing with three jobs and all kinds of stuff. And so when we're having all this material thrown at us and this whole story being thrown at us and trying to understand everything and everybody and their situation and how they're playing a role in the big story, it gets to be a little, tic tac, like you just want everything to be perfect because everything is really turning out to be a perfect story. It's really emotional, it's really raw and true, and you just want everything to make sense, and not everything does. But that would be my only criticism of the movie. Um, it was a big surprise. I didn't really ever hear about this movie, and I think it was supposed to probably be released this year if we were in a normal situation, but it's a really great movie that I hope everybody can tune themselves to and try and expose yourself if you can find it somehow. Like I said, it deals with all this stuff, but it also is delightful. It also is funny. It also has some twists. And when those funny moments come, like, it's such a serious movie, it's such a serious issue with everything going on, that the funnier moments and the big twist moments are just, like, you just almost explode with laughter because it's such a different, vastly different thing than what's going on with the rest of the movie. So there are some laughs near the end, especially with our usual guy, Bill Nighy. He's in this movie also. He had some real good laughter towards the end, and it's almost like an explosion of laughter because it's just a release, of pain and emotion and all this stuff. Like, somebody just needs that laugh, and it's the perfect time for it. So, the children are good actors. There's kind of one more evil person in this movie. He plays his role pretty well. There's just a lot of good side characters. There's a lot of good side stories going on. You really feel for these characters. You really feel for what's going on with each and every one of them. And for any movie that can have a movie like this where people end up mixing up, their storylines and kind of having to deal with each other. That is really cool concept. I've always liked that. I love movies like Sleepless in Seattle and While You Were Sleeping and Clue and movies like that. And yeah, New Year's Eve and Mother's Day and movies like that where people, Valentine's Day, yeah, movies like that. Just, movies that people end up having their stories merge. It's always kind of a cool concept. I seem to remember movies like this a lot. So, my advice for you is to check this out. My advice for you is to have the Kleenex ready. I really do think that this movie can compete with The Pursuit of Happiness. If you've never seen that with Will Smith and Jaden Smith when he was little, this is a very emotional movie. It's very complicated and it's very tense. I would say the ending with a certain character being a lawyer is a little anticlimactic, but it's appropriate. It what was going to happen does happen. It just maybe takes a little while. So that would be my only other kind of small criticism of this movie. But otherwise, I'm going to give The Kindness of Strangers an A. These are the kind of movies that we should want to watch. These are the kind of movies that I want to own, and I hope that I can at least convince one or more people to really give this a shot and enjoy this movie for what it is. So this is a great movie. I hope that you're able to watch it. An A for The Kindness of Strangers. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy your movies. Thanks.